Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 84 of the Building a Law Firm podcast. I'm your host, Christopher Small, and I am super excited to be here with you today. We're going to talk about a little bit something kind of different. We're going to talk a little bit about more like in the weeds business stuff. I'm excited to kind of talk a little bit about that. But first, if you are new to the show, welcome. This podcast is created by a law firm owner for law firm owners. My goal is to get you to your first 6 figures or to your next 6 figures, whichever applies to you. This is a show where I share the strategies, tactics, mindset shifts, secrets, everything that I'm using for my own law firm to build my own law firm so that you can take advantage of those same things and reap the rewards. So you're welcome in advance. Today, one of the things that I wanted to talk, to sort of set the stage for today's topic, I have this group. It's called Infinity Clients Workshop. It is where I get in the weeds with all of my stuff, right? I show you how to do Facebook ads. I show you how to do Google ads. I give you my complete networking system. I give you my complete sort of automated marketing email system. I do all this sort of behind locked doors. If you want to get in, you can. What I also do as part of that for the people that are in the group, and there are, I think right now, about 40 people in the group. Every week I do like a mini training where I sort of deep dive on a topic. There's time for Q&A. We sort of just we get in there and do it, right? And the idea is to give some accountability to the people in the group, really kind of create an opportunity for people to participate, whatever. But today's topic kind of came out of that group. And one of the people in the group is not a law firm owner. He's actually he is sort of an associate at a firm, but he has the ability he is sort of given the responsibility of creating his own business, right? He needs to be able to generate his own revenue. So, this group, just like this, is really all about how to create new clients, and so it's a perfect spot for him to be. And I was asking, who's got questions, what's going on, what are your thoughts, what are your challenges, and he said something about being frustrated or not doubling down on his Google ads because he's not going to be able to deduct those business expenses as a personal itemized deduction anymore with the new tax changes. Okay, now without getting too much into the weeds with the tax changes, basically before, let's say you worked at your law firm and you wanted to get a subscription to Best Lawyer magazine, or let's say you wanted to get into an Infinity Clients Workshop even, but the firm didn't want to pay for it. In the past, you would be able to just keep track of that and then write it off of your own taxes, right? The new updated tax changes are eliminating some or all of that ability, okay? And so this is what he was talking about. First thing I said was, you're crazy for not spending money to make money just because you can't deduct that little bit of money on your taxes, because that's crazy. But the next thing I told him was, look, there's a simple solution to that. And the more I thought about it, I'm going to talk all about sort of what that is now. The more I realized that probably every lawyer should operate as an LLC, particularly given these new tax changes. But there's even a sweeter piece of the pie for that if you can work out a deal with your employer on how to do this. So the first thing is the expense part, right? If you're an associate attorney and you are responsible for shouldering some load of your expenses, whether that's marketing expenses, whatever, you're not reimbursing it and getting paid back, you have to itemize it on your own taxes, then you should, at this time, I think, open an LLC. You all know, by the way, I don't know your individual situation, so don't go open an LLC and then it not work and get mad at me, okay? You guys are all big boys and girls. You can go read and learn some more about this and find out how to implement it specifically given your own situation. But I'm here to sort of open the door of possibility for you. Because as a pass-through entity, which an LLC is, you have the ability to deduct all of these expenses. Okay. So you basically are living and operating the same, except now you get to take your deductions again, where at one point you could not do that. Okay. So that's sort of the simplest solution. Get your own LLC agreement. It's just you, right? Put it together and file it with the state, so you exist. And then just run with it, right? I'm not an accountant, so I'm not sure exactly how it works with accounting. I have my own accountant for that, but you can set this up pretty easily, and then you just deduct these expenses off of your via your LLC. Okay, so step one, problem solved. But you should be doing this anyway, and this is really where we get into that part about me not. Nobody really knows exactly how this is going to work, but this is the general idea of it. If you could get let's say bonus, if you can get some other things paid to your LLC, you can get a tax break off of that as well, right? Because I think it's the first 150 or 200, I don't know what it is, but the first of this amount of income that you bring in via this LLC, or while you have an LLC, you get a tax break on that of 20%. So it's kind of cool, right? So there are other advantages. If you start making more than that, which you should be soon, then we'll talk about some other strategies. And these are the strategies that I'm going to be implementing with my own firm in the future. Right now I'm an LLC with an S Corp designation. I could soon be creating a C Corp though. My revenues are going to, they're already there. I'm just kind of waiting to let somebody else do this first and just give me a template for figuring out how to set this up so that I can get like maximum tax deduction. Okay, because service-based businesses are capped at how high they can get this income tax deduction for whatever reason. We're the only ones. So whoever our lobbying body is, you need to call them up and yell at them because they let us down. Because engineers and architects are not in our group as service-based businesses. So they had somebody that got into somebody's ear to exempt them out, but we're not, unfortunately. So once we make over like 150 or 300 if you're married, I think, of income, like revenue that comes through after expenses and everything, then we're paying full boat on the taxes. Everybody else with an LLC, they get to take off 20%. So yay for us. But anyway, I wanted to sort of talk about this strategy. This is very different than what I usually talk about on this podcast, but it's something that came up. It's something that is relevant, something that a lot of you might be thinking about or wondering about. If you are a sole proprietorship right now as your law firm, as you own a law firm, you're not an LLC, then or a partner. I think a partnership is still a pass-through entity. Sole proprietorship, I don't know if that's even considered a pass-through entity. I think it's just you. So I don't even know if you get this break with that sort of a setup. So if you are any of these things, I want to encourage you to just go and learn a little bit more about it. These are questions that could be answered, I think, relatively easily by an accountant. Certainly in the future, it will be, and it's really going to matter for 2018. So, get your ducks in real quick. All right, that's it for today. If you are not a part of the Facebook group, you should be. Go to Building a Law Firm. You can go to buildingalawfirm.com/FB, I think, and it will get you there. You can also just go to Facebook and just search for Building a Law Firm. It's a free group. It's attorneys only, right? It's a place where we talk about this kind of stuff and share, and it's fun. And sort of like-minded people that can sort of give you an idea of what success looks like, give you encouragement when you need it, give you a smack in the butt when you need it, and share sort of some successes that they're having as well. All right, that is it. So hopefully your 2018 is off to a hot start. And I'll chat with you again soon. See ya.